Drivers, to your cars.
Oh, the Watkins Glen pastures, green samples, and beautiful places for agriculture in upstate New York. Welcome to the NASCAR Cricket Cup Series from Watkins Glen International as we get ready for the running of the Budweiser at the Glen, a road course classic in the NASCAR Cricket Cup Series and in NASCAR in general. Anyways, I'm Angel, and I'm joined over by Cody, who at the moment is looking to get his DoorDash delivery to the booth. And Ace making his debut as a commentator, and I gotta say, welcome, Racer. Welcome to this place. Wait, what do you mean you're still suppressed? Just, oh. Just suppressed. Let me just, disconnect and reconnect.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing this race here at Watkins Glen. We've seen many good races here at the Glen, and hopefully the Cricket Cup. We're gonna have a very good day of racing today.
Last year, we had a surprise winner, and Cody actually has that surprise winner. That was James Davison running in a part-time car for Casa Loud. Ended up nabbing the checkered flag in a race that was shown to be great and also heavily suppressed by the road course ringers. And now
those road course ringers.
And now this is going to be looking forward to it once again. But anyways, another complaint to our production crew, as Cody is slightly mad at Seamus for suppressing your mic, Ace.
I think we're just within like Discord. I need to go and disconnect before and reconnect it for like that suppressed tag to get removed again. So
exactly. So now that everything has finally gone into our ways, let's go over to our three reporters of this race to see what is going to happen throughout the action. And we're gonna start with our first reporter, as always, Rick Erickson, to see what is going on in the world of going road ringing. And we start with a very fascinating story, that being Gavrilenkov Denis. Over the weekend, he complained about a potential weirdness on his race car, but now his car is going to be starting on the front row, and he's looking mighty nice in order to compete for the victory here at Watkins Glen, New York. Let's go over to Anthony Davidson. A lot of people don't talk about Mark Games, one of the biggest superstars in the NASCAR Cricket Cup Series, but I have to remember one thing. His first Cricket Cup victory came at a road course. It was not here, however, it was at Sonoma. So that road course experience could be helping right now for the man in Dogecoin. So, what is his only cryptocurrency? Because he's going to be starting in 6th place in order to make a huge impression on the field. Galloway.
Yes, Sir Lewis Hamilton has decided to make his first ever Cricket Cup debut after the multiple talks with both Mercedes and Ferrari. They were able to get in discussions with buying out his contract, and with him making his first debut here, he says he enjoys the cars. He enjoyed a little challenge he had in the qualifying session against somebody else in this in the race today, and he's very excited to see if they could possibly have a rematch from earlier. Back up to you guys.
All right, so now that we are about to start with our starting lineup for this one, it is finally time to know who are the 42 that will be competing for the win. One row belongs to me, Odd, and of course, even goes to Ace, and Cody could be going into his third one whenever he decides to unmute, but here we go. In row 1, we're going to see Gavrilenkov, Denis, and the Snickers, Shelby, and alongside him is going to be Marbakita in the Summit Racing equipment. So the defending champion starting to show some speed. Row 2 all yours, Ace.
Row 2, we got Maggie Splenzo and the Silver Glitch. Is that Shelby?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what these cars around. And the number 9 car, 9 Napa Chevy Malibu. It's Sabrina Raincomprix.
Raincomprix.
That's how you pronounce it? Yeah.
There. Cody, if you decide to unmute, we'll give you row 3, but I guess you're not. Anyways, row 3, we're going to see Shane Van Gisbergen, who had a bit of a duel with Lewis Hamilton during the pre-qualifying session, and alongside him is going to be Mark Games in the Dogecoin Pontiac.
What is the only cryptocurrency that you should invest?
Again.
Row number 4, Mavis Dracula. And the 24 Wacko Dodge Charger. And the FedEx number 11 Tesla Model S Diego Alcalaz.
Sir Lewis Hamilton will be starting up in this row in his Sander Engineering Shelby, and next to him is going to be Scott McLaughlin in the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Shelby.
Lexi DeBentio is the number 1 McDonald's Chevy Malibu. And the number 7 Pontiac G8 Annette Galvin.
Next up, Damian Rubio in the Ruva Residential Shelby will be starting next to Alex Prime in the Alex Prime Plays YT Supra.
On row 8 will be Maria Lakey in the Walmart Dodge Charger 46, and Aaron Bochoy, that's a part-time driver, I think, in that Farmers Insurance 13 Ford Shelby.
Zoe Lee in the Avent Health Supra will be starting up next to Diego Rubio in the Irwin Tool Shelby.
And in the 10th row will be 19 of Eric Plush Blue? Is that?
Yes.
Is that? Yeah, Plush Blue. Yes, in the Toyota Supra. And the number 18, the Tesla Model S Tesla, is the alias
Cesar.
Desire. Yeah. Sorry if I butcher some of these last names around. This is the first time doing this, so.
Leah Sharp, the rookie, starting in this position on the inside of row 11 in the Akron Oil Malibu, alongside Alexis Lynn Blake in the Valvoline Charger.
And going across I think it's the 11th, the 12th row, will be the number 99 of Arvin Blakely in the Miller Lite Pontiac G8. And 74, the Acafina Dodge Charger, Lua James.
Ivan Molina starting in the Mavis Tires and Brakes Shelby, alongside Kyle Larson in the McDonald's Mac Delivery 42 Supra.
Yeah, Kyle Lawson, rookie, who is currently 6 inside the points. Next row, we got the 78 Daryl Roman in the Nike Toyota Supra. And the number 98, that's Casey Kane in the Coors Light Sport Shelby.
Chloe Bourgeois starting in the Hershey Supra will be next to the Breyer Supra of Leslie Jacoby.
Yeah, and we got the 15 of Just Super You Silly in the 5-hour Energy Toyota Supra, 25th points. And the number 34 Love Sports Shelby. That'll be Samantha Contreras, right now second place in points with 2 wins. She desperately wants to get the lead here today.
Luna Coco in the M&M Mini Supra, trying to repair all the reparations that there is as she's looking for her 3rd career win alongside the Pines, looking for his first.
Next one, we got the 21 of Benjamin Ortiz in a car that I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Lo Beta Guita. I think that's what it's supposed to.
La bodeguita.
Yeah, La Bodeguita. I'm just gonna say it that way around. That's a Ford Shelby driving there, and of course the 14 of Lickin' Loud. I don't know what sponsor that is though, but if you're the fan of the Loud House, I think you may recognize that name. 14 Dodge Charger.
Ruby Asensio in the Lucas Oil Malibu will be starting next to Marinette Dupain-Cheng in the Best Buy Shelby.
My Dupain-Cheng right now on the just outside of the chase, 16 spots. Right now, the second to last row has Jonathan Logran and the number 36 NASCAR Chevy Malibu, and the number 77 Furniture Row. I almost said 78. Furniture Row Toyota Supra, Christian
Neitherly.
Neitherly. Right now, in the 77 Furniture Row Toyota Supra, and then I'll let you take the final row.
Yep, Aria Eviara starting at the back in that Alex Prime Plays YT Supra next to Austin Hunter in the Spectrum Malibu. And I know you're encoded, bud. You need to give him. Rules are rules. Yep. You already gave. Alright, so who are our picks for today's race, guys?
Well, for me, I don't know what this is the first time I've seen. I do recognize, I think, maybe a few names around here, but definitely pronouns. I think I'll go with a safe pick. I'll go with the 6. Kyle Lawson right now, 6th place in points. Rookie around here, the second rookie. Rookie just behind the Sharp by 6 points. Kyle Lawson, very good road course racer. I hope Kyle Lawson could come out here and get a good finish.
All right, let's see what the other picks. Cody, what is your pick? You can just leave it in the chat. Oh, his pick is Gavrilenkov Denis. Jesus Christ. Well, for me, my pick, I think it's going to be a little obvious who I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with Sir Lewis Hamilton. I don't care what you want to tell me. I see Lewis Hamilton winning today's race. There is just no way that he's going to be losing this one. He has a pretty good starting position as well.
Well, anything can. That's a good pick you got there, Angel. But anything can happen here in this, especially in this first lap here.
Start your engines.
A strong roar of the engine by the 82 of Gavrilenkov Denis. As here we go, and it is now time for the sad part. Our DNQs for this weekend.
Oh yeah, right, the DNQs. Hold on, I'm trying to find the DNQs.
Isn't CCS
I see
announcements?
Hill, that's DNQs. Yes, I see. Katie Cody in this number 0 car, Sonata Felix, a rookie in the number 8. Maple Pines and the number 23. I think that's Dipper Pines is related to Dipper Pines. Unfortunately, could not make the show. Maple Pines watching from the pit box. Daniel Flores in the number 26. That's a rookie around that who failed to qualify. Lexi Orton, the England driver, in the number 30, and Wendy Corduroy in the number 35 also failed to qualify.
Wow, it's just sad. I mean, from the DNQs, we have 1 SBM, 1 Alan Garza Export / Mark Motorsports, 1 DVR, 1 Front Row Motorsports, and the remaining 2 are 2311. So that's just as bad as it is. And of course, the bad thing is that Sean has come over here to terrorize the field with his infamous touch.
And yes. Okay, I just need to get back to Discord.
Now,
here we go, Hill.
All right. Now, a little rundown of this racetrack towards the audience watching at home. You start at turn 1 with a heavy braking zone. Then after that, you take a right and you will be finding yourself into the S's. Turns 2, 3, and 4. Each corner is different in style, speed, and braking. However, you might be using yourself a little bit of the brakes in turn 2, but then in turn 4, once you finish going up the hill, no more brakes. And then you go to the long straightaway, which you have 600 meters before you end up braking for the bus stop chicane. But it don't stop there. The carousel in turn 5 is always a great right-hand sweeper that knows how to test your ability. And then after that, you go through this back straightaway, which will lead you all the way towards turn 6. With a huge sand trap, you take a left, and then after that, you will be going through another slow speed sweeper, which is turn 7. And then after that, you rinse and repeat, Ace.
You definitely got a good point here, but now we're getting ready to go for the green, and this first corner, it's always chaotic on the first lap.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Pace car knows that it is time for it to go down a pit road and to let out these drivers, because we already saw trucks, we already saw ARCA, we already saw AT&T, and now it's time for the big dogs, the Cricket Cup, to finally take off the wheel. Gavrilenkov, Denis, leading them to the line.
Knock, knock.
Boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls.
At the Glen.
Oh, boy.
And Cody finally make it over here to the booth.
Yeah. Gonna take me a bit.
And immediately, Denis already takes the inside lane. Everyone was clean. Now we head, of course, past the S's.
Huge run through the S's, and I think for this one, we might have started a little bit better in comparison to how AT&T started yesterday.
Oh boy, AT&T was a mess. On the first lap of the race, Lon Loud thought it was a good idea to not use her brakes going to turn number 1 and cause that big wreck in lap number 1, turn 1. And that was one of 2 incidents as to why Lon Loud was sent to the hauler at the end of the race yesterday. Hopefully we have no stupid folks over here today.
Yeah, I know Nicola now is probably thinking of it on the.
Yep. As right now, a couple of cars are single file as they traverse turn 7. And Gavrilenkov Denis will be the leader of the first lap until finally we don't have any caution on the first lap.
Yeah, these drivers are professionals.
Unlike others. And I think Cody and Sean know that really good. Especially because of how weird the first lap of the AT&T race was.
It was insanity. Well, not just the first lap, but also the final lap. There was some stupidity that probably could have gotten a completely different winner if they would have taken a look at another view. But hey, luckily it didn't end up as controversial as last week, so I'm happy for it.
And right now you see in the back of the pack about that's the 54 though of Noodle Coco, right beside the number 45. That is Dipper Pines.
And you see most of this part of the field is still double file, while the entire rest has gone into that single file order. And look, Leah Sharp with aggressive moves getting into turn 6.
And now this way,
and there she goes to the inside of the 19.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Well,
and
maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's not gonna work about here at this part of the track. I know what the 25 was trying to do. The 25 for Leo Sharp tried to make that sharp corner on turn number 1, but unfortunately the number 19, that's Eric Plushblue, the EP around here. Eric Plushblue had just too much speed to go and shut the door of Leo Sharp.
Yeah, it went like that. Look at that. 3 wide action almost. And Lewis Hamilton making some moves.
I mean, Hamilton had to block out Alexi de Benedetto. I mean, McLaughlin kind of qualified around the same area as Lewis Hamilton. I mean, McLaughlin trying to make the move. I don't think it's going to work, though. The only passing that I've seen working at this track was in turn number 1.
Oh!
I do not know what the 7 was thinking there, but here's the funny thing. Scott McLaughlin has not gotten near as many practice in this stock car as he had for other races in the past because, well, first of all, he had to take part in NDGP yesterday, so that does put him at a slight disadvantage a little bit. But he tried to rest well in preparation for his stock car debut here in the Americas, trying to pull the same thing that SVG pulled off just a couple years ago at the Chicago Street Course. Went on his debut, already not a good sign, even though he qualified 10th. And basically lost the position to the 1. But there is a lot of racing. And assuming that the pit strategy works out, he very well could be in the front. I mean, that 37 crane almost got it done with Brock Feeney if it wasn't for a certain squid.
Pardon me, but is this also Lewis Hamilton's first ever race as well?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Here
it
we
is.
go. Battle in turn 7. Marvin Akita tried to do it.
Did I just hear a battle?
Right now, someone is very fast about, but unfortunately, in this part of the track, you need to be on the outside to maintain that speed.
Oh, try to block Maggie over there. I mean, right now they're 1, 2, 3, but that draft is pretty big, and I'm thinking SVG might have a chance to close down the draft here.
I mean,
Maggie and SVG.
Right now, that 82 driver will probably enjoy some Snickers right now because that 82 has led every single lap so far here.
oh yes, you could be looking at it with great eyes. I mean, he has been the leader so far in this first couple of laps. We're trying to look over here.
Yeah, but we see the cars go into a train-like formation.
Tell this photo driver if they want to get the chance, they better show me that. They better, yeah, come on,
Not gonna work. I can already tell it's not gonna work.
It doesn't.
That's
Not gonna work. Yeah, Maggie, if she goes to the inside immediately, she could go for second. And she doesn't.
Yeah,
The drafting distance at this track does not allow them to get many passing opportunities at all. Realistically, only out of turn 1.
Issue on pit road here. Driver on pit road. Let's get one of those pit reporters in. Oh my! What happened here?
Oh my God!
Is that gonna be a caution?
Let's see here.
I don't know if that's gonna be a caution over here. As Benjamin Nortis went into the wall. And I wonder why. And they're still like
that's right now 19 in points.
Yeah, it has been a down year for this team. That is for sure.
And we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, he got dumped. Wait a minute. Bucky Jr.
Lincoln Loud dumped him. Coming out of the first turn. Oh, that was a hard hit.
Bucky Jr.
How was that not a caution? I don't know.
Yeah, like that's what everyone wonders. How was that not a caution? Now, did they get the damage fixed? Galloway, that you're reporting on pit road on the 21. What is the consensus?
The car is fucked. You're just fucked. The engine blew up. They tried their best to fix it, but they basically just took it to the garage. The engine is completely fried.
Ooh. And that will ruin all possibilities.
Yeah, not only that, that car went into the tires around here. That's basically done for the day around it. The car was smoking when the 21 hit the car. That's also unfortunate for Diego because Diego was.
Oh, Maggie, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, they ain't gonna work.
That's not going to work, Maggie. Why do people think trying to pass in turn 7 was a good idea? They do not learn.
Yeah, I don't know, but...
And SVG trying to look underneath the 04.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
Third place, but looks like it's not going to happen. But anyways,
yeah, that is not enough. The drafting distance is not enough for them to make the move.
Yeah, going back to Benjamin Ortiz, I think the reason why this stinks for Benjamin is because Benjamin's right now only 14 points back from 16th place in the chase. So, no, that's going to definitely help Benjamin's chances of potentially getting into that 16-car field. So, what just happened?
We just had a black flag for the 14 of Lincoln Loud, and it's clear why. Because of the incident with the 21 car, so he's going to have to serve a penalty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not only that, they're going to have him. They're going to have him talk a little bit with one of the officials during the black flag pass through to have some discussions about this as well.
Yeah, but here's another thing, if you're going to receive a black flag, this is one of the places where you could take one and potentially still stay on the lead lap. That is.
As we see a very interesting move over here. Luna Coco trying to go to the inside. Not got enough. Not got enough into the 34.
Yeah, not for the 34, but we'll be able to clear the 45. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. You could be able to pass in more places, but the drafting distance does not allow that to happen. The package is something they're going to have to take a look at in the future as Marbacana try to get Maggie to the outside. For some reason.
And that just barely takes up. I mean, no full course caution. The only semi-first caution of this race was the yellow flag in Sector 1.
Yep, exactly. I mean, they're trying this experiment here with a sectional yellows. Yeah. I really got to question School Bus Motorsports strategy here. Because School Bus Motorsports, as of late, I mean, look, I know you got road ringers here, but you gotta take a look back 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, none of their cars were allowed to compete at Talladega because of illegal engine parts, amongst a couple other issues. They were kicked out, and then for some reason they somehow managed to win the truck race. Despite all of the penalties and the impending lawsuit, which is still in the process, by the way, they're just trying to make the most they can, because if they don't finish well enough and the lawsuit goes against them, given how much Smart is suing them for, oh boy, they might be cooked before the end of the year, is all I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, a little cooking, not in a very good way, as we see Lincoln Loud, after serving his penalty, he may lose a lap. See another battle for the lead going out.
Not enough. I do see an overtake that could potentially happen, though.
Yeah, that's Mavis Dracula trying to go to the inside of the 11.
I don't think it's enough.
No,
Maybe it could be.
Yes, that's enough about it.
We'll see if she clears the 11 in turn number 2, and I think she will. She will.
That is it. Mavis trying to do some moves, and she moves up into 7th, just behind Mark.
I wonder if this race goes to the nighttime, Mavis Dracula could actually do a lot better in the night.
Well, I don't think so. As here is
what is Marbacana doing?
Marbacana trying to leave the outside of the carousel open, but that could have been screwy for Maggie, and SVG is looking for the position like a hungry wolf.
Yeah, but the problem is you're not going to be able to overtake them in any other corner except for turn number 1, so... Not upright. Yeah, that's not going to work. That ain't going to work. SVG's going to have to hold off there.
7 laps completed, and from the folks of Radio Angel YM, tomorrow, Dora Dolphins will celebrate her 22nd birthday, so the Radio Angel YM family, including AGDN, wishes a happy birthday the Dora Dolphin. And of course, today is Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers watching this race.
And then we see drivers inside a trade-like formation, but we do see some drivers now trying to get some passes inside this section. In the back.
And don't forget, green flag pit stops could be happening pretty soon. The field range here should be about 20 some odd laps, so they might be able to make it on only one stop.
Either 1 or 2 stops. No one really knows, as some of these people are starting to zigzag a little bit to see if they get some, and there it is.
Yep, alright. Field window very similar to yesterday, so looks like it could be 2 or 3 stops. So some people are trying to save field, so they may only have to pit twice, while others are going a bit angsty over there about the commitment line. That is going to have to be watched.
But the biggest one to watch are the road ringers at the front, as we're going to start over here. Galloway.
Denis said that his car was absolutely the most perfect car he's actually driven so far in this entire season. He's very happy with the adjustments. He just wants it a little looser to make it corner even better, but he's very happy. Four tires, gas, fuel, and everything's going. Right.
And we love how pit crews are inconsistent.
Of Sabrina Raincomprix. She's going to lose a lot of time coming out of pit road. So far, 4 tires, a wedge adjustment, and full tank of fuel, guys. Yeah, a lot of time lost.
Just let you know about.
Oh, Liam, what are you doing? I am a little. Oh my goodness, I'm concerned with some of these drivers getting hot out of pit road over there, because that brings in a risk for speeding on exit.
Yeah, the number 6 car of Damien Rubino that got cleared, I believe, that lap. So, but now number 6 car is going to down pit road to get the scheduled pit stop alongside the 74 and the 78.
74 of Laura James complaining about a lot of mechanical issues, especially around the wedge. So they're going to tie it up. 4 tires and a fresh tank of gas. Damien Rubio taking the benefit of the doubt, coming out of pit road.
Rose 82, Rose 82 here.
Oh yes, and there it is. Gav is back.
It goes to 82. Yeah, it looks like the 6 car will. I think Rule 6 will actually get some positions about here. So yeah, the number 6 with a great pit stop actually. 6 is now in 3rd place.
Bruh.
After that pit stop.
Yeah, 3rd place after that pit stop. That's actually a good enough stop, as we see some of these drivers that are continue to struggling for positions, and this is a place where position struggle is real.
Yeah, no, that 6 car around that 6 has at least 1 lap fresher tire, so that will definitely help out, but potentially try to get into the lead. As we see Nicola Loud, technically I think is on the lead lap, but that 14 cars on a different pit cycle now because of that black flag.
This could be looking at a different cyclist. Here comes Hamilton underneath the 74.
Lil J's about to complain about mechanical problems, and it looks like Lil J's may still be complaining about that. Because right now, Lewis Hamilton just got past the 74, and is now going to get passed by the 14.
And so that's another good strategy of passing, Cody, that you probably that you probably could have seen as weird, but at the same time not. Try to position yourself on the inside of row 6 so you can have the run on the outside of turn 7.
I mean, it is, well, I mean, it is an odd one, to say the least, maybe, but, I mean, I don't know why the 37 pack crew keeps on having issues all the time, but, well, remind me to fire some folks, but the 83 on the other hand, yeah, the 37, was originally supposed to start in the top 10 for some stupid reason out of the top 15. Well, talk about underperformance and pit stops. Good grief. Once again, members are getting fired here.
Yeah, the 37 call about it right now outside the top 10. Lewis Hamilton right now totally 11th, trying to get past literally the double 11.
And a change in third, as now the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen gets up to the top 3, and now he's trying to set sail on Marbacade and Gav Denis.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the 97 is quite far behind, and the 04, I don't know if the 04 is going to be able to get the draft to the 97 or not, but that 6 has been free-falling, got passed by both of them recently.
I do wonder if the 6 actually only took 2 tires, though, to potentially get some more lane position.
Makes sense. Makes sense because, look, they may only need to go to 2 pit stops because they pitted late, and looking at this as I believe, a 36-lap race.
Yeah.
36-lap race. That's very good for the 6 because that means he may not need to save as much fuel as everybody else here. So unless there's a caution, there's a valid chance that he may win the race as a result.
Yeah, don't forget the number 74 and the number 78 as well. Those were the 2 other cars that also stayed out with the number 6.
Yeah, and if they go through the pit strategy, if they get to the pit strategy well enough, they may be able to do something.
Clear 74.
Of which, there's
or clear 74 on this one, Daniel. And that is it.
74, 78.
And that is it. Yep, that is the clear sign of the spotter of the 78. And remember, in a track like this, you have multiple spotters on different sectors of the racetrack.
Yeah, that's something we talk about here. I mean, we've seen a lot of extra personnel, a lot of them at one-offs, since Cricket Cup thought it'd be a good idea to have one road course in the season. But because of which, I mean, not many extra money to be passed around this week. But hey, Scott McLaughlin may try to gamble as well as the 7 to try to get a position from here.
Whoa.
Yeah, 46, that's not going to work, ma'am.
Yeah, that's good. Because
we've been through this.
And Lincoln trying to defend. He's trying to defend position at this moment. Ah!
I gotta tell you, the 78 call.
Wait a minute. Is the 14 a lap down still?
No.
I think it is.
It's currently battling for position.
Yeah, the 14. I think the 14 ended up doing a pit stop while giving the black flag. So right now the 14 is in a different pit cycle.
Oh, that might be good and bad because there is a rule that you cannot get service while serving a penalty. That is a no-no.
Yeah,
and because of that, that might result in the 14 to get another penalty for failing to comply with procedures.
We do have the replay feature around here. Let's check to see if the 14 did actually get serviced.
Well, last time when we checked over to look at the 14, yes, it did get serviced and then got the penalty after.
Good. What? Okay. Sir, he got black flagged at lap 6.
Meanwhile, we see some other potential position buyers. Now, Maggie trying to catch up back to the 97.
Yes, you see the top 2 running away over there. Meanwhile, this opens up the possibility for a battle.
Catch it up. And keep up with the 97 over here coming out of turn 5.
And I do think the number 6 call I may have to take back on the 6 losing pace about it because the 6 call is at least being able to hang on to the 5th place position right now as we speak.
Yeah, and I did believe they did take 4 tires. So maybe pitting with a smaller group might be a wiser choice, especially if you qualify towards the front or you're in relation to a group of starters around you.
Yeah, because you have to remember that
Yeah.
on the first pit stop, everyone, the entire front field pitted in a bunch.
Yep, exactly. I mean, if you have more space to go to pit, then that might help you on entry and exit. So, could be a help. It could explain a thing or two. But right now, it looks like it's going to be a 2-horse race unless we see a yellow. And on top of that, these two over here may need to pit 2 more times, which means they need to think about saving fuel. Because they know there are some drivers that are attempting to do this on 2.
Yeah, let's see how this race goes as we are past halfway into the 2026 Budweiser at the Glen.
And we are right now past halfway. So this could result in a much better battle for Marbakita, who has been trying to defend her crown, and so far this first quarter of the season are getting started into the second quarter, and the race for the chase is going to be a little more real, Cody. Yeah, Marbakita is not looking too hot.
I am saving the race of the chase ordeal until July. But basically, for the 4, I mean, as of this moment, I mean, they already had to use, I think, 2 champions provisionals to get in the past races, and they were fortunate enough for Sabrina, Raincomprix, and Denis to not fall into a similar fate. Otherwise, there were possibilities that the 4 would have went home, even though she's a freaking defending champion, but that's beyond the point.
But, right now, though, I think the 4 is actually right now in the top 35 in owner points, and then point out will be in the top 35 after this race.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, if she keeps this up, there's a valid chance.
And let's take a look at our fastest laps of the race, and Ned Galvan has the privilege of right now being the fastest driver on the racetrack, despite being further in the back outside of the top 10.
And I'm just gonna say around here, it's actually heartbreak for the number 0 call Katie Cody, because Katie Cody was 36th in order points, and that number the 98, we know that 98 car now is closed, I think. So, but the 48 car got the order points, I think, because I see like a blue on there or something.
Yeah. But anyways, car on pit road, that is Lincoln Loud, so he's finally serving his pit stop, which means
the second pit stop, but unfortunately, Lincoln Loud's not gonna go and make it from here.
He's not going. Something may be going on, as nothing seems to be going on, but I think this could have been because of the penalty.
Yeah, I think Lincoln now serving the penalty around there, and eventually I think after this, well, here comes 82, like go to the put that 14 car a lap down, and at that point, Lincoln now needs to hope that a caution comes out, since I believe there is a lucky dog.
Yeah, but we're going to see what happened to the 14, because it seems like it is not going due to other stuff, as we're going to see over here on the replay.
It looks pretty fine to me.
Nothing happened, so it could have been penalty, and then...
Yeah, it could
have been... Yeah, like serving the penalty after getting the black flag. Like, how many laps ago? 15?
Oh, yes.
15 laps. Yeah.
Oh, something wrong now with D4.
Something's wrong with the 4 call right now.
Oh, yeah, I see her slowing down. Yeah, she lost a lot of power there. Where's she gonna be?
Yeah, something happened with the number 4 call, because right now the 4 call is losing the pace right now. Fortunately, it's going very close to
it. Could be pit stop. It could be
a pit stop. I don't think it could be a pit stop, because she lost her power from the other half. I feel like whoever the other guy pitted might be a green flag pit stop. But the thing is, drivers are trying to save fuel so they can pit another lap or 2 later. Because remember, this is lap 24. All these drivers pitting now, they'll more likely have to pit one more time.
And what is
Which is
going
not
to be
good.
And what is going to
'Cause
be
that means they're
happening
gonna have a
with
bad
the
finish.
consensus on pit road, as we are about to see. So, what's going to be going on pit road? Galloway. Seems like it's muted at the moment.
Who is muted? So yeah,
Full time.
right
Sorry,
now I'm concerned. I'm concerned for these drivers here. They pitted like going into lap 24, which means they're going to need to save a long field if they want to end this race.
And Gav Denis is coming to pit road.
This is a gamble for the lot of them. As I think Maggie's taking the lead. Yep, Maggie, the 6 to 24, they're going to try to stay out an extra lap, not only to pit on their own, but also so they can try to not have to pit again. Their stint will be a bit better, and that means they may not need to save as much fuel in their final stint.
What is the only cryptocurrency that you...
Just making sure. What's the 14 call? Anyways, we'll get to Sebastian Galloway for pit road cycles.
We have the number 82 says that car is in his words, it says it's absolutely perfect. He's just getting 4 tires, gas, and fuel, and he's ready to get out there and keep trying to defend this win.
4 tires for the number 9 of Sabrina Raincomprix, a full tank of gas. However, crew chief Roger Raincomprix as well as Castle Lad competition director have said that they might not have enough to make it. Ooh.
Yeah, that is not good. Let's take a look at the final group of drivers that are yet to pit, including Maggie Splitzer.
Maggie Spicer ended up leading that lap. Leading the last lap around here. So.
Yeah, but the 6 stayed out. Well, the 6 haven't pitted yet, so looks like the 6, the 74, and I think another car, they're going to try their strategy so they don't have to save as much. But Maggie leads this group.
Yeah, no, the 6 call, I think we'll still think that the 6 and the 74 can make it, as well as the 78. If we can find the 78, what's the 78 car on the track?
78 car, the general man at the moment, he's currently on a good position. He is...
Oh, it looks like that...
Oh, look, he's on pit road. 78 is on pit road.
Oh, the 24 has been on pit road for a long, long time. But Maggie is going to be back in contention here because she's going to be close behind the other two. Might be a 3-horse race.
Number 6 call.
Finally.
This may be the winning stop around here. Let's get to Sebastian Galloway and see what Sebastian Galloway and Lewis James and number 74 were their plans for this final pit stop, because we all still think that the 6 and the 74 can make it on fuel.
Both of them are very happy with their cars. I heard from Damian Rubin saying that the car's been kind of shaky, the grip on it's been kind of fading, so they're making a slight tire adjustment in the pressures to make sure everything goes well. The 74 crew, they said they're very happy with the decision with the car, and I feel like and they said that they don't really need to make any adjustments to it outside of getting 4 tires and gas and fuel and getting ready to go back out there. Back up to you.
Yeah, here we go. The 6 call round. Let's see. What is this? Oh, Shane Francis Book is taking the lead.
How was the 04 out of this race? Good grief. The 04 is literally there.
And there it is, SVG.
The 6 call round, they're trying to get it, but none of the time. 6 call is going to be in 3rd place. We missed the pass for the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen is in the lead. SVG.
Yeah, SVG at the moment of the lead. 10 laps to go, but Gav is not going to go down without a fight to end this race. Come on.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Number 6 call.
Try to get into turn 6. Turn 6, it's a good opportunity, Gav.
I don't see it as a good opportunity.
Finally, the fucking idiot decided to show its cards. Let's have fun now. Now we dance. And yes, it's going to be very fun when I crush you.
You know,
As
getting
Maggie
passed by
Splitzer trying to get to the inside of the 6, I don't think it's going to work, but with the fresher tires, maybe it could, but I doubt it.
Oh, the 6 car's gonna go
And
get.
the 04
Oh,
does
she
get
can
the
clear
run.
him! She clears him for now! I don't know what happened to the 6 there. I think they're just warming up their tires. Or, no, it's because the 04 has fresher tires. That's right.
I think that Silver car just has the better pace around it. Because the 6 car has been winning the top 5, so I think
that does make sense. It does make sense because you take a look at the fastest laps. Maggie had the second fastest last time we checked, and still with the second fastest. So it does make a lot of sense there, Mark. Maggie, if the top 2 does pit, all you have to do is hold off Mark Games, save enough fuel, and then she could win this race.
It looks like
Possibly. But some of the other 2 picked.
And some of the drivers that have not put up enough fuel, they think, on their cars, Sabrina Raincomprix is one of them.
Yeah. Bomb the full pits about how they are going to play, that they can make it in on fuel because they cannot afford to use up another Champions Provisional. Right now they are 35th outside the order points because the 48 car is using the number 98 car's order points. They need to make sure that the 4 car can make it in because right now the 74 car can potentially get ground on them.
We have to remember the 9 car for the moment is safe on honor points, in particular because of the 153 points that they have. But Sabrina wants to get as many points as possible because remember, she missed out due to an STD for a couple of races, and she's currently 28th in points, so a top 10 would be nice for this 9 car, but Casa Lau doesn't have an estimate of how many fuel they put in the car on the final stop.
Yeah, right now there's a game of chance right now. We know the 6 car can make it, we know the 74 can certainly make it. It's these other cars that we are paying attention right now.
And here comes Gav trying to go to the lead. Oh, this doesn't work. And
something happened here. Something
might have happened. And yes, they're gonna throw the yellow because of it, because they don't know what happened.
This changes everything. Oh, we got a spin around here.
What the?
Was it?
There we are.
Oh, that's a 77. Push it.
It was Christian Nerlake.
Yeah, the 45 was going 3 wide there, and the 34 car. Oh!
34! Hey, Samantha Contreras, do you know what? Not please!
I
We're going to take it on board.
Just be a wasted incident around here. I do feel like because the 77 car came up to the 34, so I think that was just a wasting incident around there. At least that's my car, and it was just a wasting incident. 77 just simply just went too high, and this changes everything.
Yeah, this changes absolutely everything.
Yeah,
because now the field thing is practically out the window to some extent. However, everybody could decide to go on pit strategy. If they want to gamble, they can gamble on this caution. And another thing about this is we will be able to go green.
But 45 calls the lap down. What happened to the 45?
Well, you have to remember that it came down to pit road. But at the moment, because the caution came out, yes, they are going to be getting the wave around back.
Yeah, I'm wondering how did the 45 got a lap down in the first place? Because the 45 wasn't.
Well, we don't know yet.
Let's check a replay on how the 45 even got a lap down. Because I think the 45 was coming down pit road.
The 45 did pit. I can confirm the 45 did pit before the caution came out, so they technically probably had the freshest tires out of anybody here on the grid. I saw them on
Yeah,
pit road. They made adjustments with tires, and they put on some fuel. They did change a little bit on the wedge, taking out some of it because they felt like the car was a bit too tight for their standards.
Oh yeah, the 45 car did manage to get. Yeah, the 45 did make it onto pit road before the caution came out. So that's probably put out the best case scenario for the 45 car if
If a lot of them do decide to pit, here.
Yes.
But
Now the
as
question.
of
Now the question
we're
is the pit road games can begin.
Yeah.
Well, should they decide to pit? That is, some might decide to pit. Others are good on feel, so you should not expect them to pit.
Yeah,
because if you decide to pit, well, nobody else does, you're more likely getting a bad finish. So, yeah, I'm sorry. The best strategy, if you're someone in the front, is probably to stay out and risk it. Especially if you're the top two. You need to risk it. You can't afford to go down the pit.
Yeah. We know 3 cars who can make it in on fuel, certainly. The number 6 car, the number 74, and now the number 45 of different parts, perhaps maybe the freshest tires out of all the drivers running still. 41 drivers still running in this race if the number 77 car is still on the track. We just need a confirmation if the 77 is still on the track after that damage, because I know they had to repair the car. Oh, the number 4 car is going down pit road. We see many cars going down pit road now.
Well, hold on now. You got to keep an eye on the other cars, because if they decide to pit right here, it could be a violation. And they stay out.
Yeah, they're gonna stay out.
All right. Yep. So.
Yeah, it's only the number 4.
Only number 4 and the 14. The 4 and the 14. So Marbacada and Lincoln Loud are taking the safe route.
Well, we know the 14 cars already 3 laps down, so pretty much Lincoln Loud is a non-factor. But here's the main factor: number 4 car right now. That's an auto points. Need to have a good finish around here. Probably not gonna go get the finish that she wanted. But let's get to Sebastian Galloway for pit road cycle. What's going on with number 4?
The 4 team, they are unsure if they had enough fuel to make it. They decided to pit here, and they're thinking that there might be another caution coming out.
And now something just happened. I think that they had to let the other cars go. They had to let the other cars go. That's why.
Yeah.
The 4 team is sure that they weren't going to be able to make it, so they're taking a gamble and thinking that the rest of the field might have an incident on their way, and they're willing to.
Problem.
Oh, that is not good for Eric Flushblue EP, because I believe the 19 had to qualify to make the show.
And that is
I don't see the
unfortunate.
19 on here in owner points. I don't see the 19 car here on owner points on her. So yeah, that is a big go home entry around here.
Anthony.
Actually, no, the 19.
So far, the engine has went kaboom. They're trying to figure out what was the header or if it was a piston. But at the moment, the 19 of Plush Blaze confirmed over the radio that the header has given up.
Oh, that's going to be a big one, because the 19 car was 19 car currently 24th in order points right now. How does qualifying play out in this Silville? Angel, just to be.
Well, you have to remember that the pre-qualifying session, only the top 35 and under points are safe. However, the remaining drivers, full-time and part-time, that are outside of the top 35, they need to participate in pre-quali in order to get into the show.
Yeah, and right now the 19 car right now 24th in order points, and also with the 0 car right now still running. Right now, only 120 points back. This is going to go ahead with the 19's chance to potentially even be able to qualify next week if the 74 car could get a good finish here today, because we could potentially see the 74 leap up into the owner point standings.
And that would be interesting for sure, because a lot of school bus motorsports cars fell out of the top 35 in honors points after being assessed a penalty at Talladega on top of not being allowed to compete at said weekend.
We have some issues about it with the.
That may delay the restart.
And plus, with Peace trying to continue on.
I think the 19 call is just trying to get to the inside lane because the.
This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. They may need it. Oh, I don't think that was a good idea.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen over here as they come back towards the green flag. SVG leading Denis. Gav wants to move it out, and the green is out.
And, what's the 04 doing? And what's the 1 doing? Jeez.
Trying to get up into some great positions.
Yeah, it looks like
they gotta be careful.
Yeah, looks like everyone got their clean, so no harm, no foul. Shane Fan gets Bogan trying to get into leader. Can I read this correctly? Is Shane Fan gets Bogan negative 42?
Yes, he is. After certain important penalties, but at the moment, he is trying to win this race, not only to get to wipe out the bad reputation for SBM, but also to prove that he is one of the most valid road course drivers of NASCAR in general, as they're coming over to 3 to go.
Yeah, about 3 to go. Here's the problem though. The 97 has been the most illegal car, as Meggie, you're not going to be able to get second there, ma'am. But regardless though, I mean, with that mistake from Meggie, taking her out of contention the second for the next lap entirely, but beyond the point here, I mean, the 97 has been the most penalized entry of this league. Earlier this season, the 97, while trying to participate in knockout qualifying back, I believe it was Atlanta. I might be wrong here.
Yeah,
but the 97 was stopped, got removed, the time removed, the 97 was sent home, and was assessed with, I believe it was a 50-point penalty for the incident. And then after getting said penalty, they tried to rebound, and then that Talladega incident happened. So honestly, that 97 is already down to their last strike, because they do not want to see any more issues in that 97 for the rest of the year. Yep, you heard that one right, folks.
And there's Maggie position.
Wait a minute,
Maggie does have a little bit of help with. Well,
okay, if that doesn't help, then there's a serious concern about this aero package.
2 to go.
Yeah, 2 have to go right now, and let's see.
Well, that took you out of contention.
And some of these drivers, they finally conserved fuel. Remember, 2 entries, the AGX Ventures 40 and the Casalot Racing number 9, concerned that they didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. And look at that. The caution helped them.
I think it would help them. I am pretty confident about that one, because let's see here. You have the opportunity to save the fuel. You do have some extra on there, so we're going to still wait and see after 97 and 82. We're going to see if they did what they had to do.
And Lewis Hamilton's starting to slow a little bit, so it might be that the engine might not be sounding at full song, but here they come to the white.
Right now.
This is for the white flag.
Going uphill road hill. Let's check hill.
And here they come.
Decide not to pit.
The Wells Fargo white flag is in the air. One more.
Well, SVG practically won the race because the 82 is not there. Yeah, race is over.
And at the moment,
it's not over till it's over.
Gav Denis looking for a potential
I'm pretty sure it's
win.
Over.
And he's looking mighty aggressively.
Yeah, the 97 car's looking very aggressive. Well, right now is leading the pack very nicely. But he also got
Gav Denis trying to
Yup.
fight for the final couple of turns, and the carousel is just not helping him.
Well, just the Shane Francis Morgan just too strong.
And there it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out. The bad reputation is going to be over. Maggie trying to make a charge for second, but it won't be enough to take the lead. SVG gets the Glen.
And the most illegal car decides to win. Da, 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 da. Illegal car on the track. Do, 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 do. Illegal car on the track. Do, do, do. Car on the track. I finished the
Could
song.
be a field goal win for Shane Francis Morgan, potentially trying to get a chase spot. As we see how the Bordeaux any cars who looks like the Wolves. Oh no, that's just the damn times. Yeah, those Noah James amount. I feel bad. No, that's actually that's a silver full call of
And a
I feel
great
bad
job
for
for
the number 4.
yeah.
I feel bad for the 4. Mark. How do you pronounce that Mars last name of? Dracula? Yeah, I feel bad for this 4 car because she had Mark had a very fast car today, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
she had.
That's the problems. Yeah, let's see what the 4 car. Let's look at the results. Let's see.
But at the
Because we
moment,
know-
SVG happy about the victory. And he's going to be celebrating with all of his might.
Nope.
As they will come
Oh my
over
God.
towards pit road to
And let's
say
check the results.
goodnight to this race. And now we're going to take a look at our results. Shane Van Gisbergen unofficially gets the win. Gav Denis currently in second. We're going to see Maggie Splitzer in fourth. Lexi Benedetto and Mark Games in the top 5. Then Damon Rubio, Lewis Hamilton, Sabrina, Raincomprix, Diego Alcaraz, and Daniel Roman with a great run for the 78 car, running out of the top 10.
I think there's 7 car up, and then Galvin actually managed to get the fastest lap.
Yeah. Netta Galvan with the fastest lap as we take a look at our rest of the results. Scott McLaughlin, Laura Janes, Mariela Keys, Zoe Lee, Diego Rubio, Leah Sharp, Kyle Larson, Alex Prime, and Alexis Lynn Blake will round out the top 20. And now we take a look at the further part. Mavis
Yeah, there's a
Dracula.
toolbox issue for number 19.
Yeah. Mavis Dracula and Boon
Something
Choi,
happened, but
Alvin Bradley,
Yeah, something
Chloe
happened with
Bourgeois, Casey Kane, Jonathan Logren, Leslie Jacoby, Lucille, Austin Hunter, Ollie Cesar, Luna Coco, Aria Eviara, Ann Molina, Marinette Pinchang, Ruby Asensio. And we can also not forget Dipper Pines, Samantha Contreras, Marva Keita finishing on the lead lap, Christian Nerole a lap
Something
down,
happened.
Lincoln
Something
Loud
happened
3
with
more, and finally Eric Plushby with a gearbox incident. Benjamin Ortiz, nasty hit to the inside while out of turn 1.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for the 4. Something must have happened with the number 4 car because that car was fairly fast around here. Just unfortunately, just did not get the result that Mon needed for that 14 because that team is right now 35th in own points, and I don't know how I think the 74 car. I think the 4 car may still be safe, but let's see how the own points play out because the 74 car of Louis James Brown got a nice 13th place finish around her that may actually be enough to at least tie with the 4. But I don't know.
Yep. And we're going to go over to our post-race interviews, and we're going to start with Anthony Davidson, currently sitting alongside Gav Denis. Gav Denis, you had an impressive run. You almost ended up with the victory in today's race. Do you think that you could have done something differently to try to win it?
It's like trying to force him into the wall. I'm very happy though that I have a good rival in the road course type of thing. Because I've always felt like I've always kind of dominated these types of scenes. It's very nice to finally have an opponent worthy of my chances. So SVG, you may have won this battle. Great job. But of course, it ain't over for both of us. I'm very happy with this team. I'm grateful that Red Bull was able to give me this opportunity. And I'm at least going to go celebrate because I know for a fact that I still have the better car, even though SVG got a little lucky on me tonight.
All right, so that is how the things look. We're going to go to Rick Erickson right now, who's sitting over with third place finisher Maggie Spletzer. Maggie Spletzer, you're finishing in a very positive note. Third place in this racetrack. What do you think happened on this race that you could have done differently? I don't know, but I think that the thing we could have done differently could have been the planning or the staging on pit stops, because we did lose a little bit of time. But overall, I'm not going to be complaining about this finish. Third place is still really good. And it's time for the break. It's time for the All-Star race, a weekend where I'm not going to be worrying about points, but rather worrying about just going out for some money. It's going to be a fun race next week. Alright, so Maggie Spletzer with a pretty good with a good finish over here. Now let's go over to Sebastian Galloway, who is currently with Lewis Hamilton.
Can I do an interview, please?
Sir Lewis Hamilton, you had an amazing run today, finishing 7th, having pretty much a really solid run. Do you feel like you could have done anything different?
Well, despite the run that we had, I mean, I just really don't like the way that this pit stop was screwing us over. But I don't know what they put on the car. I'll be back. I'll be back whenever we do another one of these. And if sudden, I'm looking forward to probably run Lime Rock over at Arca, trying to get a little more experience. But you know, it is what it is, and we're still pretty happy with the 7th place finish.
Thank you, Sir Lewis Hamilton. We'll hopefully see you again soon. Back up to you guys.
All right, then. Can I go and take on an interview, please, Angel?
Yep.
Yep. About though, let's get to the crew chief with the number 4 car, Obando Bob Bacrado, who unfortunately point out you had a very great one today. You qualified second amount. You were trying to get that lead hill, and unfortunately, just something happened with the car there. Something happened. You finished the lead hill today. Unfortunately, what happened with the car? What happened today?
We tried to take a look in the car. We're trying to look at what ended up going wrong. Mart told us that it was a fuel issue. The fuel gauge was not marking at 0, but at the end of the day, we try to look for it, and it ends up that the detectors were not really were not working properly. Still a little bit redone about what could happen and how can we solve it. But you know, we're still pretty happy about the performance, a much needed performance for us. Not unfortunately the result that we didn't want, but we'll see what the All-Star race brings us.
They don't have it. I feel really bad for you. I'm sorry about that.
And with that, it is time to say goodbye. Yes, we see Twitter, and Cody's already a little bit of complaining, but we're not going to touch on that thing, especially because nobody wants to see complaints. And right now, we are going to go to our studio, where Sean is going to give us a small preview of what's to come for the trucks at Dover.
All right, well, thanks, guys, and looks like it's going to be very exciting coming up at Dover later on this upcoming Friday when we will see them. It's going to be an action-packed weekend all around. They'll be starting up at 3:30 Eastern on Friday, but also qualifying and all the other festivities will be happening either Thursday or Friday. Stay tuned on details for that. And it's going to be interesting to see how can the points shake up continue after the finishing from Watkins Glen and the points seem like, because now looks like it's maybe a five truck battle in points between Giro, Upson, Mayer, Peppersman, and Kozlowski. Those are probably the drivers you might want to keep an eye on, keep circling. And we're getting towards this point of the regular season. The points battle for the cut line to the chase is also becoming a situation of its own. And right now, looking at the three drivers who are in the first three out, you got Pedro Sells in eighth, Noah Trees in ninth, Sean R 10th, Christian Eckes is the first driver out in 11th, Austin Dillon, second car out in 12th, and Ty Majeski in 13th. Those drivers are going to be the ones to keep an eye on as we head there.
Oh,
hopefully.
Somebody's trying to cover your eyes.
Oh, gee. Anyway.
Had to do it!
Hopefully.
I had to do it!
Oh
well,
my
anyways, I need to go right now. I'll go and see you later. Sign out, Rounder. Thank you for having me in the booth,
No problem, Ace. No problem, Ace.
Yeah, if you need a commentator, just let me know, because I like doing this commentary.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, my God. Angel, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right. So that was the fun between Sean and Tari. So for us, it is time to finally say goodbye. Next week, a lot of activity building up. First of all, with the activity at Dover on Friday at 3:30 Eastern, the trucks will be racing the Aetna CVS 200 live over here on AGDN. Then on Saturday at 1:30 Eastern, the Amtrak 200 for the AT&T Grand National Series, also from Dover. I'll be live on Alex Prime Place YT. On the same day, and over here on AGDN, Saturday night at Toledo for the ARCA EE Series, the Toledo 200, with a very different format that we're going to be explaining on later next week. And then on Sunday at Charlotte for the Cricket Cup, it is All-Star Weekend. All starts with the Cricket NR Open at Charlotte at 5:30, and then at 7:30, the 42nd edition of the Cricket NR League All-Star Charlotte. All those live on AGDN as we approach Memorial Weekend, as it's coming up after that next week. So for that, congratulations to Shane Van Gisbergen on his victory, and for Galloway, for Ace, for Cody, for our pit reporters, for Sean and Tari, who joined out from our studio, I'm Angel, and we'll see you next week at the Monster Mile, Charlotte, and Toledo.